Hi, everybody, and welcome to another session with Jeff and the show Conversations with Jeff, where our purpose, our mission, those of you already know, I'm going to say it all the time, is to share impactful information with guest speakers from all walks of life, man, male, female, different nationalities that have experienced life at its fullest and found their blessing and found their purpose through the battle, right? And then you take that person out there that we know you're out there looking for your purpose, seeking your greatness, know you're meant for more, giving you some empowering solutions that you can use right now as soon as you hear this message, right? To begin to make a difference in your life in the way that you've always wanted to, right? Because look, life, I believe that the thing that I say it all the time, I believe the most empowering gift we have is mastering and understanding the power of the conversation you're having with yourself about yourself. Paying attention to it, looking at what it's really doing or not doing for you in your life, and then do some disruptive behaviors to create a new way of living. Oh, man. Look, the power is in the comeback, baby. And we're all going to go through that throughout our entire life. You're either going through one, in the middle of one, or just getting started after catching your breath from the last one you've been through, right? For those of you who don't know, my name is Jeff Tyson, and I'm known as the Comeback King. And I got that name from talking for people that have seen me go through my life, like many of you, with the desire, the relentless nature to keep moving forward no matter what the disappointments were, what the failures were, what the loss of love was, all of those things that we all go through in life, man. Look, I heard this message earlier today. Well, I don't know if I can quote it. So it was something about, we are born, and then we are given this thing called life to live full out. And with that gift comes the other gift, and that is being sharpened. That is being grinded down. That is going through the pressures of life to get to the other side, to get to that magic that we're all meant to live, to get to that purpose that we've all been given. I believe this is just Jeff. I believe that we all have a purpose inside of us that's meant to help somebody else. Whether it's one person or millions of people, I can't answer that for you. But I know we've all been created for greatness. What do you do each and every day that you need to change? When you look in that mirror in the morning, if you have a mirror and you're looking at it, right? Whenever you get to look at the reflection looking back at you, who is it that you see, and what messaging are you listening to from that reflection? Is it worrying about the things that are going to happen in the future, or things that you think you need to do differently to please other people, or past mistakes and all the negative messaging that we've all experienced in our life? And that conversation that goes on relentlessly can be the fuel, in spite of how it's been for you, can be the fuel to begin to change. Look, this is just the beginning piece of it. This is why I get excited, is because it doesn't cost any money for you to do this. It doesn't cost education, high-level education for anybody to do this. It doesn't matter what color you are, what language you speak. None of that matters. It's this chat that goes on, that stinking thinking in your head that runs without discipline, can give you the messaging that keeps you stuck, man. I mean, I talk about it all the time. It's not anything new, but I'm going to keep reminding you. I am the pain in the butt reminder of the misuse, the underappreciated, I don't believe even understood value of this conversation we're having, man. Right? And yes, you have to do some more work. And yes, there's some deeper things that are required of you once you begin this journey, right? And we help you with that and go through all of those things. Man, I've shared about my bottom and what my life was like, the dressed up garbage can and all the things that I thought were important to present to other people. While on the inside, I was rotten and dying from not dealing with all the things that I said I'm okay with. Like many of you, how many of you are still stuck Anything that comes your way that feels like pain, anything that comes your way that feels like an insult, anything that comes your way, man, it hits that pain button. That button. We all have one, right? So anyway, so today, Thursday, the month of April, I shared this devotional that we got from our church here, and look, I don't care what faith you follow. I'm not here to preach to you because I'm not that kind of guy. I believe whatever you believe is okay with you, and I believe in a loving and caring God, a higher power, right? And I'm in tune to the energy. So listen, I'm not here to preach to you today. I just want to share something that I believe is common language for anybody, right? So it says the righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon, planted in the house of the Lord. They will flourish in the courts of our God. They will still bear fruit in old age. That's the piece I like. They will still bear fruit in old age. They will stay fresh and green. My interpretation of that is, look, you do the right thing for the right reasons, to the best of your ability, each and every day. Then I believe that is the beginning of something great in your life. I believe that serving other people, that's treating other people like you want to be treated, with respect, with love, compassion, right? And listen to understand, not listen so that you can then talk. I believe those things are what we're talking about here. So that's what I mean when I say everybody qualifies in this message, right? So anyway, I'm going to just highlight, I'm going to read through it and highlight some of the points of this thing because, it has that little piece of it and it talks about fresh and green, right? And it says, if you want to stay passionate and flourishing, you have to stay productive. How many people do you hear about? You may even have some loved ones that have done this, who worked all their lives, got to the state of retirement, and in 30 days or 2 weeks or 24 hours, they were no longer on this planet with us. Right? Staying productive is key, man. It doesn't have to be work. It could be volunteer things. It could be family. It could be finally stepping into that purpose that you've ignored, for those of you out there that are still looking, that still want to be person you're meant to be, right? You have a reason, you have to have a reason to get out of bed in the mornings. What is your reason? Is it big enough? Right? Is it big enough to really do the things that you're going to do when you don't want to do them? The things that are embarrassing, the things that you may not understand, but you have to do them anyway. All those limitations, are you willing to fight through that stuff? Is what the purpose and desire of your life big enough for you to get out of bed? I think if it isn't, I can help you figure out what it takes to get there, right? Anyway, so you have to have a reason to get out of bed. When you're not producing, you're not growing. And it says, when you quit being productive, you start slowly, I'm just reading it, you start slowly dying. Right? You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. I believe that to be true in my life. Don't let disappointments, a hurt, or a bad break cause you to sit back in self-pity and lose your passion. Man, but that bad break or loss of a loved one, man, I mean, I gotta be honest, there's periods in my day where I'm like, man, I start to get grumpy. I start to complain about the things that, are truly a blessing for me. And I talked about it last on the other show about my stockings that I have to wear, compression stockings I get to wear, right? When I'm working through my lymphatic treatments and those things, and I'm getting better at that. Then it's, when I'm losing sight of what I'm supposed to do, when I fall into that little dark side, when I'm listening to that thinking, and all of us are subject to, I'm right there with you in the pity party, man. Oh, man. Then I have to remember, hey, look, there are people that can't put these things on by themselves. There are people that have to have them on 24 hours a day. There are people that are no longer here. That you're a cancer survivor. Your prostate did not take you out of here, man. So all that stuff, right? So the conversation went back and forth. So anyway, let me see, where are we? Don't let disappointment hurt. Shake off what you didn't work out. Quit mourning over what you've lost. A full life is still in front of you. Well, that hit home for me. Quit mourning for what you lost. And I'm still going to mourn, but the point of it is that don't let the mourning overtake me. Don't let the mourning keep me stuck. Don't let the mourning, like it's done several times in the last 6 to 7 weeks, keep me laying in bed hitting the snooze button because I don't want to get up. Right? mean, these are things. This is called life, man. This is in the battle of it, baby, right? So, this is just part of this session is to give you a little picture of who I am as well, right? Welcome to my world, and please share this information. Set up a notification bell and put the like in there. And I appreciate some folks here stopping in and hear the recording. So, then I'm just here talking about a daily motivational from the book I've been receiving. So anyway, you have not laughed. Life is still in front of you. You have not danced your best dance. You have not laughed your best laugh. You have not dreamed your best dream. I mean, and that's the reminder I want to leave you with, part of today is that we haven't had the laughter is the healing thing. And laughter is smiling. I believe it's just gracious. You can't be angry with a big smile on your face. People talk about it all the time. Try it out. You can't do it, right? And when you're laughing, there's been times here lately where my wife and I, we've laughed over some things almost to tears, man. And so it's just so rewarding and just a reminder. And look, you guys know I've lost my sister and my partner and all that stuff. And I just lost another guy. So we all go through loss, man. So, but I have to practice these things that I'm sharing with you so I can show up here and let you know that this stuff does work. And it says some people quit living at the age of 50. I like this thing. Some of them say 25, but you don't bury them until they're 80 or more. How does that fit for you? Are you living your life full out, man? I know I haven't been lately, but I'm getting back on track with that. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to scare you? Are you willing to just be brave today in spite of your fear? Are you willing to appear to be, somewhat, out of whack while you're learning something? So other people can understand that, hey, if they can do this, I can do it too, right? Are you willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how it is, man? I love this stuff here. So here it says, I'm going to get back to the reading. They lost their joy and stopped enjoying life. Don't let that be you. Have you lost your joy? I mean, when you really think about it, what goes on in your brain most of the day? When's the last time you had a smile to yourself? When's the last time you said something nice to somebody else? When's the last time you were able to say thank you when someone gave you a compliment? I mean, just checking. I'm checking in on you. Don't be mad, right? I'm just having a conversation. You're having a conversation with Jeff. So drop some notes in the comments if you would. If you get opportunity, let me know where you're from and when you're listening to. I appreciate that. And so I'm almost finished. So, and for those who are just getting on, I'm going through a motivation we had here that I go through with my wife and I give her. Hey, Bivon, how you doing? Good to hear from you. Appreciate you, my sister. So, where am I now? Get back to here. So I'm talking about people living at the age of 50 and dying at 75 and not living their life. Hey, whoa, Tommy, hey. All right now, Alabama. Love it. Love and respect to you, my sister. I got to say that this person, Tommy Ferguson, is part of Conversations with Jeff's founding reason. Her and Stev, who's passed, really kind of put this thing in place. And Tommy, thank you for showing up today. Love and respect. So don't hear. Some people live 85. I already heard that, right? Don't let that be you. You may retire from your job, but don't ever retire from life. Oh, back at you. Thank you, Tommy. Right. Don't ever retire from life, man. Stay busy. Keep using your mind. Keep helping others. Here's the hit. Find somebody who needs some help. If you don't know what to do with yourself, find somebody who needs some help. I bet if you go to the grocery store, you see some folks that are a little bit older than I am that can't hardly get around. Maybe they need some help. Someone in your neighborhood, right? I mean, you can find somebody to help. And more importantly, that gift that you have that you're afraid to share with somebody, that will help them more than you can imagine, right? And if you don't know how to get that gift out, and you're not sure what that is, hey, let's talk. I got my information in the chat, right? Volunteer at the hospital, he talks about. Babysit your relatives' children. Mentor a young person. These are just suggestions. This book was created from my pastor, Joel and Victoria Osteen. That's the church we go to. So anyway, God promises that He will bring you to a flourishing finish, not a fizzling finish. So that's the promise we all have, man. If we do the next right thing, right? And so I just wanted to share this motivation. I do it on Thursdays now. I'll do next Thursday and the following Thursday. I'm not sure what the topic will be. I mean, I read it this morning. I haven't had much time to review it and make some notes. So you're getting it as raw as it can be from me. But I want you to understand that I believe that you are worthy of success. Don't let anything stop you from reaching your destiny. That person out there that is not sure if you can do whatever it is that's whispering in your head, that you know you're meant for more. You know you're meant to serve. You know you're meant to do this thing, but you just don't know how. Do it afraid, man. Do not stop. Do not stop because you're afraid to look crazy. Denzel Washington said it best at the graduation. He said, look, all these folks have got all these great degrees and high GPAs. If you don't learn how to suck at something to become great at it, then all that's for naught. Can you imagine? That's real talk. Don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to be afraid. Stay afraid. Man, I'm afraid all the time about what I got to do. Right? But I know this as I wrap this thing up, man, that we have a responsibility. I say we, all of us out here have a responsibility to each other, to ourselves. And the beginning changing in your life, I'm going to go all the way back to where I started, is don't take for granted the power that you have in the conversation that you listen to with yourself about yourself. Begin to change, be aware of it. I'm going to close with this. Be aware of, man, wake it, shake it up. It's running so fast, people don't even pay attention. Be aware of the impact that it's having. And then grade yourself on A, for being the most beneficial thing in your life, or A, for being the worst roadblock that continues to show up. And then number two, be deliberate. Be deliberate about paying it, stopping it, being dedicated to finding a new way to replace it with new messaging. And most importantly, when you look in the mirror, I want you to see that person that you imagine yourself to be. I want you to see that person that you imagine being, whether it be a speaker or serving people, whatever it is, and then how you live that life. Not the life that's stinking thinking. But that's there. It's the life you live and you embrace your greatness. So I want to just let you know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and hang in there with us. You know, we're working through getting our scheduling back in order, and we got some great guests, man, that we had to put on hold because I didn't have my act together. I'll put it to you like that, right? But, you know, we're working through that. And I want you to know that, man, when I say to you that you're capable and you are worthy of success, I mean it, because that's what someone said to me when I was at my worst, when I didn't think I could make the next step. They said, Jeff, don't give up. Remember who your parents were, what they did for you, how they instilled grind and grit, how they instilled the desire to live no matter what, how they instilled never complain about the things in life that you have no control over. Fix what you can and get busy living. So I say the same thing to you. If your life is full of some stuff, embrace it. Smile at it. Learn to love the pain in the life as much as you do the joy. And I'm telling you, there's magic on the other side. So have a great rest of your Thursday, a great weekend. And remember, when you look in the mirror, put a smile on your face, even though that might be just the worst impression you got coming back. And tell yourself this, that I am worthy of success. Nothing will stop me from reaching my destiny. I will not be denied. And you say it 10 times, and I always say it 10 times loud. And the last time you'll be shouting at the top of your lungs. And I guarantee you, you do that over a period of time, you will see a change in your life. Let me know. Hit me up. Drop me some chats. My information is right there, kind of buzzing across the bottom. I don't know really how to turn it off. But anyway, have a great day. Stay tuned for more conversations with Jeff. Stop that stinking thinking. Appreciate everybody. Tommy, Anita Lee for stopping in. All the other folks that are hearing this message. Thank you. Have a great day. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye.